We're going to get started just seated on your mat. Let yourself get a little bit comfortable. Take a couple little rolls of the shoulders. Take those movements into the neck. Just a few little rolls around. Opening up our practice slow, just getting out the little tightness and cricks of the night. You reach the arms open wide and just press the backs of the hands toward the back of your room. And then reach forward, interlock the fingers, press the palms away, take a big stretch to the ceiling. And then let the elbows bend, palms come behind the head. Take a little lean into the hands. Let the throat open. Go ahead, release. Reach tall again, press the palms to the ceiling. And then take it down to one side. You can reach one hand out. Maybe just a little gentle pulse there. And lifting back into the center stretch as long as you can. And then let it down to the other side. Reaching back up to the center and let it down to the middle. Let the chin fall toward the chest. Give the head a little rock side to side. Maybe even your body a little rock side to side if that feels good. Good, roll your way back up. Take a breath, reaching tall. And spinal twist to the left. Let the shoulders roll down and away. Let the head turn toward the left. Taking that twist through the spine all the way up through the neck. Good, let it go. Just bring it right to the other side. And let it go to the middle. Stretch the legs out wide and take some circles around into the center. Bringing it back the other way. Perfect. Pausing in the center. I'm going to bend the knees, step the feet flat onto the mat. Keep them a little bit wide. And just take the hands to the center like you're taking your malasana, but seated. Lift the chest up. Let the insides of the elbows kind of press to that soft inner part of the knees. Lead the hands down over the heart. Good, release, keep the legs wide, hands come behind us, and just take the knees side to side. We're giving that knee coming down a nice big dip to the center, maybe all the way to the mat. Really getting the full rotation in that hip joint. All right, we'll take a pause in the center. Feet come back down to the mat. And I'm going to give myself a little push up onto the feet to come to that Malasana. Or just get there however works for you. Give yourself a little bit of movement side to side. And taking it in the center, let the hands come down and we're just gonna lift up into a fold. So our feet are open, toes are pointed out. And I'll take a little movement side to side in my pendulum. Go ahead, roll your way up to the top. Take the hands up, reach. Interlocking fingers, palms to the ceiling. Stretch long and take it to the side. Back up and to the other side. Up, let the hands come behind the head. Shoulder opening, chest opening, and your throat as you look up toward the ceiling, little tiny back bend. And then come to the fold, keep the hands there, and take it to that pendulum again. You'll release the arms and slowly make your way back to stand. Take a little roll of the shoulders. Let's step the feet together, step to the top of your mat. Let's take our sun salutation B today. So inhaling, we're gonna sit into chair. Exhale, hold the pose. And let it go to a fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to the mat, step back to your downward facing dog. Inhaling into your plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhaling to lift, cobra or up dog. And back to downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog, give it a nice long stretch. Step that foot between the hands. Back foot's coming flat, and I lift warrior one. Take a breath. Go ahead, bring it back to the mat. Tuck the back toes, step back to that downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Step the foot between the hands. Back foot flat. Lift to your warrior one. Good, back to the mat. Tuck the back toes, step to that downward dog. Blow it out, move to plank. Lower. lift, downward facing dog. Perfect. Take a couple breaths here. You can just walk the feet, stretch into this pose. Is there anything you want to work through on the mat? Something you want to carry into your day? Maybe bringing a bit more positivity into your day. Letting yourself feel a little more inspired by the normal things that happen. Adding gratitude. Any intention you'd like to take, we could bring it in now to the mind. And we'll walk the feet up to the hands, take a fold. Just let that intention seep in. Go ahead, take it up to stand, nice and slow. Let the shoulders roll back and the palms face open. Take a breath, reaching tall. Palms come together and we'll sink to the heart. Standing twist, take it to the left. Hips stay facing forward. Twisting over to the right. When you come to the twist, check your hips, make sure they're still facing forward. All the action coming from the spine. Back to the middle. Good, bring it up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And down to the mat, step the right foot back. And bring that knee down into your lunge. So start just by sending a little bit of weight into that left thigh. So I'm kind of just laying my body over it. Just for a couple breaths. And then lift your way up, take it into the full low lunge. So there's two positions we use for low lunge. It's either hips coming over the knee, which is equal work in the both legs, or we sink forward into a little crescent lunge. See, the back of my body becomes more crescent moon shape. This is sending more work into this leg and a bigger stretch into the front of that right leg. So I'm going to take my crescent, I'm going to sink, let my chest open and my gaze come up. One more breath. And lift back to low lunge, hips over the legs. Straighten the leg, come down to your half split, just for a breath. Good, bend the knee, lift that back leg up. Step the other back, downward facing dog. Take a look forward, step or hop to the top, forward fold. Rolling up. Inhale, reaching tall, balance to the right foot, hands to the heart as the left knee comes up, one-legged mountain. Perfect, send that left foot to the back of the mat, high lunge. Stretch in here. So in high lunge, we have hips square between the two legs. So try not to lean forward or back. Right in between, stack the body high. Let's take a twist over toward the right. Same way as standing twist, we want to keep this knee pointed forward. All the action through the spine. Bring it back to the middle. Reach up. Exhale to the mat. Step it out, down dog. And flow through into plank. To lower. To lift. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Step the foot between the hands, back foot flat. Lift up, warrior one. Good, release this pose. We're gonna step to the top of the mat. Into mountain. Inhale, sit to your chair. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Stepping the left foot back. Take the knee down and just sink the body first into that right thigh. Lift your way to low lunge. Take a breath, squaring hips over that knee. Sink into crescent. Let the chest open as you do. Little tiny back bend. Feel that shift in the stretch. Go ahead, lift again over the knee. Straighten the leg, half split. Let the chest come toward the thigh. Good, bend that knee, walk the hands forward. We're gonna tuck the back toes and lift. Stepping your way up to forward fold. Rolling your way up to stand. Take a breath to reach. Exhale, sit to your chair. Inhale, stand to mountain. Hands move to the heart. Right knee lifts up, one-legged mountain. Good, send that foot to the back of the mat, to your high lunge. Whoops. High lunge. Squaring in between the two hips. The back is nice and lifted. Perfect. Breathe. We're gonna take a little twist to the left. Moving kind of slow. Just hold. Feel that shift of the stretch move down the side of your hip and glute when you twist. Bring it back to the center. Reach up. Let it down. Step out. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Left leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Step that foot between the hands. Back foot coming flat. Lift, warrior one. Full breath. Release this pose. Step to the top of the mat into mountain. Sit to your chair. Inhale. Exhale to hold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bring it to a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Good, on our next breath, left leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Let's bend that knee. We're just gonna open up the hip. Send the foot across toward the right to kind of open the whole body. Take a look under that left arm. Good, bring that foot between the hands. Runner's lunge, sink into the legs. Step your way up to fold. Rolling up. Take a breath, reach tall. Exhale, hands to the heart, balance to the right foot, so the left knee lifts. Taking a hold of the outside of the knee with my right hand. My left arm's gonna open up toward the back of the room and take a little look behind you. If I push my hand into that knee, I kind of twist in a bit deeper. Beautiful. Bring it to the center. Try not to drop the foot, hands to the heart. Send that leg to the back of the mat. High lunge. Twisting toward the right. This time we'll let the elbow come down to the leg. Take that twist a bit deeper. Go ahead, release the arms. I'm going to take that left hand down to the mat. Right arm reaches. Let the back knee come down and the foot flatten in a twisted low lunge. You can give that top wrist a little turn out. And send it back to the mat. Half split, straightening that front leg. Walking the body back a bit to give yourself some space. Perfect. Let's bend that front knee, tuck the back toes under, and let that right leg just step back to our down dog. Let's just walk it out, bending the knees, stretching the feet. Moving your way forward to the plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift it up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. And I'll step that foot between the hands. Back foot comes flat. Lift up to your warrior one. Exhale to hold. And then release the arms, step to the top of the mat to mountain. Inhale, sink to chair. Exhale to hold. Hands move into the heart. And I balance to the left foot, right knee comes up, one-legged mountain. Take your twist on this side. So left hand reaches to the outside of the knee. Right arm opens out and behind us as we turn to look out toward that back wall. Good, move it back to center. Try not to drop the foot. Send it all the way to the back of the mat, high lunge. Twisting your way to the left. And let that right elbow settle to the thigh. Getting our digestion ready to meet this day with all these twists. Go ahead, lift your way up. Oh, sorry, no, keep your elbow down, sink that knee. Take it to the low twist and let the right hand come to the mat. Open left arm. You can turn out that wrist. Both hands to the mat. Let's straighten the leg, half split. Go ahead, move the front leg back now. I'm gonna bring both knees together and just sit to the feet. If this feels too tight in the quads or the ankles, you can tuck the feet under and come up a little higher. Give yourself a bit more room to work with. Let's just start with a couple rolls of the shoulder. And then take a reach up, interlock the fingers, press the palms to the ceiling, lift to the knees. Big full stretch, hands lay behind the head. Taking a little halfway dip. So I'm going to hover the hips over the heels and just fold in halfway. And then lift back out, take a little back bend. Halfway fold. Lift up, little back bend. And sit back to the heels. Release the hands, take them to the heels. Top of the head comes to the mat in your rabbit. Curve the back, let the hips lift off the feet. Tuck the chin toward the chest, bringing the crown of the head more to the mat. That looks great. Go ahead, release back down. Hands coming out in front of us. Move your way up into all fours. And just take a little cat-cow back and forth here. Good, let's pause this movement, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Left leg lifting up, three-legged dog. Step that foot between the hands, right foot flat. Lift up, warrior one. Release the arms, step to the top of the mat. Mountain. Left knee lifting up, one-legged mountain. Hands to the heart as we take our twist to the left. And we're taking a hold to the outside of this leg. Once again, open for your twist. Now, option to take this deeper. You can hold here a couple breaths, or maybe reach down for that big toe and start to extend the legs. It's quite a deep twist. Deep opening down the side of that left leg. Good, bring it in if it's out. Take it to the center and just hug the knee to the chest. Let the leg go behind you, but a little more narrow. So I'm stepping it flat to the mat in like a narrow pyramid pose. Hands come back behind the head. Give yourself a little stretch back. And then draw forward. Nose coming in the direction of the knee. So lengthening through that right hamstring. Press strong into the feet to lift your way back up. And release, step the feet together. Sitting into your chair. Take a breath. Release to fold. Halfway lift. Down to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths right. On your next inhale, moving forward. Lower down, lift it up, take a breath. Good, knees to the mat, press the hips to the heels, child's pose, stretching long. On your next, moving back up to all fours, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Look forward, step or hop to the top, forward fold. Rolling your way up. Take a stretch to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let the right knee rise. One-legged mountain and twist to the right. Either holding there or maybe going for the big toe extension. Very nice. Go ahead, close the leg back in. Take it forward, and I'm gonna just bring that foot behind, kind of narrow. Hands reach up, interlace behind the head. Take it forward to that narrow pyramid. Good, lift your way up and out. Release and step to your mountain. Beautiful, let's go ahead, come down to seated. I'm gonna stretch my right leg long, and my left foot is gonna step onto the mat, and I just wanna bring that heel close as I can to the hip, but bring it out a little bit so it's not right in next to your leg. It has a little bit of space between. Flex that right foot so the knee and the toes are pointing up toward the ceiling. I'm gonna just reach past this inside of the knee to reach out over toward this right leg and take a little stretch down. I'll just show it from the front. Now, if this stretch is feeling okay for you, you can try taking a little bind here. I'm already forward, so my shoulder is moving past that knee. I'm gonna reach my arm out, palm face out, and then bend the elbow to bring the hand back. My right hand is gonna then reach and try and take a hold of those fingers. Continue to try folding toward the leg as much as you can. Perfect, releasing the hands, we'll lift our way up and let that knee just fall out open to the side, figure four. Take a reach up, exhale, fold over that right leg again. Roll your way up. Let the legs both stretch long. And I'm gonna bring hands back behind me, fingertips face the hips. Glue the insides of the legs together and point your toes. Pressing through the palms and lifting through the hips. Coming to your reverse plank pose. You can also bend the knees here, take reverse tabletop if this doesn't feel good. Let the pose back down to seated and reach forward, staff fold. Bring yourself back up and just step that right foot onto the mat, pulling the heel in as close toward the hip as you can. Give yourself a little space so you can move past the leg in your stretch. We're bringing the inside of that knee to the outside of our shoulder as much as we can. Taking just 2 more breaths there. From here, I'll take the option to bind. If I'm going to open my hand, bring it around. Take that left hand around and hold. If you have that, start to bend in toward the knee again. Good, lift your way up. Figure 4, just let that knee fall open and the sole of the foot come inside the thigh. Take a reach up tall. Exhale, folding over. way back up. This time both feet will meet in cobbler. Take a little circle around. Take it back the other way. We'll pause in the center and we're going to take hands back and behind us. Fingertips face the hips. And then press into the edges of the feet to lift your hips off the mat. Give yourself a little slide forward and back, bringing yourself toward the heels and away again. Good. Let the hips come down at a comfortable distance from the heels. And then lay back onto your mat. And don't worry, your hips are not going to fall apart here. We just need to trust our body, let gravity open up the knees toward the floor as much as it wants. Roll your shoulder blades under. And allow yourself to start to relax as much as you can. Relaxing in a hip opener is a great way to kind of challenge the mind, because we often feel challenged when we're practicing a hip opener. But it's challenging us to look at the reaction when we come into a pose maybe that feels difficult or maybe we don't love. It makes us examine, what is my reaction in my mood, in my thoughts? Instead of spending the pose thinking, oh, when is it going to be over? Redirect those thoughts to, where am I feeling the stretch in my body? Where am I feeling my body relaxed? The belly and the upper body so soft here. Just noticing without judgment. Great job. We'll just bring the knees both together then in the center. Let the hands open beside you. And let the knees just rock side to side. Go ahead and stretch your way out to Shavasana from here. Arms and legs go long. The whole body goes heavy. Allowing all that lovely movement that we just took in our practice to settle in our bodies, settle in our minds. Allowing the parasympathetic system to come into action and relax us. let yourself reconnect with that intention we set at the beginning of class. Something you want to carry off the mat and into the rest of your day. Take a couple deep breaths, just letting that intention settle from the mind down into the heart. Storing it there with this peaceful feeling. Come back to anytime you need it during your day. Or bringing movement back into our bodies. Let's just take a few deep breaths in and out. Nice and slow. Taking one more long breath, reach the arms back behind you. On the exhale, settling the upper body to the mat. Let the feet walk up onto the mat. And keep the knees and other little rocks side to side. Very gently. And then lifting the feet, let the hands come to the back of the thighs and just give the legs a squeeze in toward the body. And then give yourself a little rock up to seated. Let the eyes stay closed a moment longer as we bring the hands in prayer position over the heart. Taking this moment of stillness to really thank yourself. Thank you for your movement, for your energy, and for sharing it with each person here. Namaste. Ladies, thanks so much for starting your morning with me. Have an amazing day. We'll see you next time. Bye, Joan. Bye, Katja. Bye, Paula.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.